Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Dream Factory Productions YouTube channel. My name is Patrick Milligan, team leader here at Dream Factory Productions. We have a very special guest that's joining us today, Alena Swanson with Alena Swanson LLC, event and wedding planning company. So she's going to be joining me today, answering some questions on what to look for and what to hire when it comes to planning an event. So I'm so excited that you're a part of New Mexico Wedding Professionals right now, that you're actually the secretary of the organization.
Totally.
So would you mind telling our viewers out there a little bit about New Mexico Wedding Professionals and how we can create and make their wedding or event be the best that it can be?
So one of the things that I was really excited to be able to be part of NMWP recently was just having a network of vendors that we all trust, that we know are providing excellent service, that are responding to brides' inquiries timely and concerns timely, and just being able to refer companies that we trust and that we've built reputation with, that we know have been around for a long time and have really proved themselves in the industry. One of the things that's really difficult about weddings in general is that this is the only time you do it. So you don't necessarily know, like going to Wendy's, they say, it doesn't, Wendy's in the drive-thru, they're like, we'll see you tomorrow. And with wedding vendors, you don't get to work with them again, not necessarily,
Correct.
or maybe not until somebody graduates, or, until there's another big function and you hire a DJ again. And so it's kind of hard to make sure that you have really good quality people. And, you ask your friend who they used, and you don't know if they were how they were throughout the whole process and stuff. So
Absolutely.
it's great to have an organization, a nonprofit like NMWP that supports professionalism in the industry in Albuquerque.
Definitely, because there are no do-overs in the field that we work in, so it is a once-in-a-lifetime celebration, so we have to make sure that we get everything perfect the first time around. We can't, have couples recutting their wedding cake or redoing a first dance. Those are just moments that they'll never get back, so definitely go with a professional that's either a member of an organization or definitely knows what they're doing. Look into the quality of work that they're doing. Sit down, meet with them, ask the questions that you're looking, for your wedding or your event that's going to be taking place, because there are no do-overs in what we do. So
Totally. And I always try to sit down with my clients and give them those kinds of questions, like what they should ask when they go meet with you if I'm not around. And it's a great way of making sure that they've really done their research and they know that the professional that they're working with is really going to be worth their money and their commitment and everything else.
absolutely. So tell me, what exactly does a wedding planner do as far as helping a client plan the ideal wedding or event?
A wedding planner can either be very hands-on and help from the very beginning and make sure that it's very low stress and it's a very smooth process. Or for me, often a lot of my clients are like a day of service. That way they're still planning their own wedding, they get the experience of doing that, but they have a little bit of help along the way to ask advice or wedding etiquette, the right vendors to work with, and just make sure that they make the wise decisions with their money and their budget and just making the day as best as possible. But then on the actual day of, me being in charge and actually managing the event and making sure that vendors like a wonderful DJ doesn't have to come and bug them and ask, hey, can we move on to this now? That way somebody else can be the spokesperson for them all day long.
Absolutely. So is there a difference when somebody is actually a certified wedding planner compared to somebody that's not a certified wedding planner?
Yeah, just a great example is I have a lot of brides that'll at first think, oh, my maid of honor's been married a couple times and I'm going to have her help me plan the wedding. And the thing is every single wedding is totally unique and really custom. And so when you're working with a specific event, even if somebody's planned for others and for friends and family and helped, your wedding is still totally different and unique and just you. And so you need somebody who's an expert and has done, like myself, over 100 weddings and knows a lot of different possibilities and options and can provide you with a lot of different options. So it's totally different hands-on service from a professional than it is from your best friend.
Absolutely. Do you have any maybe kind of horror stories that you could share of when you saw somebody not use a professional and kind of had a friend kind of plan their wedding or event for them?
Totally. So a good example, and this goes for DJ as well, where I had a bride, I was working at a venue, and I had a bride that had basically hired friends for everything. A friend to run an iPod, a friend to help with wedding planning and set up decor, and a friend for this, a friend for that. And my heart went out to her, but on the day of, it was just a complete mess. There's no way that without anybody being an expert on the team to really guide them with the right decisions, that they were able to keep everything on time, that they were able to just make sure that everything was perfect and seamless, and it definitely wasn't.
So very disorganized.
Very disorganized. Definitely everything ran late. Makeup is running. It's like, there's something to be said about this being the most important day of your life. and wanting to make sure that your marriage starts off on the right foot. And having friends and family be your support system from the day after the wedding is what you need. But on the day of the wedding, you want to hire help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what would you say for somebody that's looking for a quality entertainment company, what would you say to look for in a professional compared to a non-professional? What would you tell them to really look for?
One is just having the right resources, having a good team, having backup, which you guys totally do. And the other, and professionalism and customer service and just all the things that you look for in a typical business. But then the other part that's really crucial, I think, is being an expert in your field. There's a couple DJs or other wedding vendors throughout the city of Albuquerque that do multiple things, and you can only be good at one or two things. You know, if you're trying to plan a wedding and do 5 different cover the floor, flowers, cover this, cover that, then it's really hard to make sure that you have an expert in that specific area. Having a DJ that is totally focused on just the music and making that entertainment and that element perfect, making sure the ambiance with the lighting is great, that's awesome. The thing I really focus on is your professionalism, on wanting to support local, working with an Albuquerque vendor, supporting a family that is involved in the industry and has been for a number of years, whose work ethic to me and professionalism in the past has been able to prove themselves time and time again, and I really build off that reputation. I've built trust with my client, and now I hope that they'll trust me in referring to my vendors.
Great.
Yeah.
And you just recently did win an award last year, right?
Yeah.
In September through the Perfect Wedding Guide.
Yes.
You want to tell our viewers a little bit about that?
Sure, and you won with me.
Yes,
yeah.
we sure did.
So I won the Bride's Choice Awards for Best Wedding Coordinator in Albuquerque, which was really exciting and kind of a shock because I wasn't expecting it. So I was really excited. And that was just such a huge honor because it's so neat to see that feedback later and hear from your clients a year later. Just the other day, I had a best man send me a message on Facebook and say, I still think about my sister's wedding, and I am just amazed at what you did and how you calmed me down before my speech and this and that. And it's just so cool to hear that feedback later, that something that I did naturally, simply in a professional business way, made their event possible.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
And we've worked with you, I don't know on how many weddings. Everything goes flawless, perfect.
Thanks.
Timelines are perfect. So everybody has a great time. It takes the stress out of us having to worry about, okay, when are we going to be doing cake cutting or toast? So everything's taken care of. So it takes a lot of the stress off of us.
Same here. It's great to have a good MC that can really speak for the crowd and keep things moving. It's so crucial.
Absolutely. And anything else that you would like to add? How can our viewers actually get a hold of you and your website or Facebook that they can contact you on?
So my everything is my name, which is easy and difficult since it's Alena, but it's Alena Swanson. So ALENASWANSON.com is my website, and then my email is Alena Swanson, same spelling, LLC for Limited Liability Company @gmail.com.
Well, thank you once again for taking the time to join us on our YouTube channel. And until next time, if anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to write in with those. And we look forward to meeting with more vendors and getting some more videos up for you all. So until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you all on the dance floor.